welcome. I'm out here in the front yard. Cat Milky and Kathy got this today, Baby Yoda. This is Kathy's. Although I'm out here in the front yard with Baby Yoda. I know he's cute, isn't he? I know. I know. Absolutely amazing. And he is, I believe, actual size to the Baby Yoda in The Mandalorian. It's not for you, cats. That's for us. Hey, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Just the end of a very long day. And I am just chilling out. Not too much, not too much. I was going to make a bit of a, just tell my Patreon supporters a couple things. But then I figured I'll join all of you. Hey, guys. Welcome, welcome. So why do you think Trump didn't take Trump should go without taking questions more often. The press were in utter shock when I know I need to shave. When Trump didn't take questions, weren't they? Oh my goodness. China. That's right. That's absolutely right. He came out, said what he got to say, left. Which I like that. My lemonade. I don't have any lemonade actually. I have some beers in the refrigerator. I should have a beer, right? I could use a beer. A long day. This week flew by, and today seemed as long as the rest of the week combined. This week just flew. So I was just talking to, is it hot? It was, I went out and got dinner with my daughter. We went to IHOP, and it was 90 degrees. I'm in the shade now, but, yeah. Well, I'm going to get up tomorrow early. I got some things I got to do, and I'm going to check the weather. If it looks like SpaceX is going to be a go because of the weather, my daughter and I are thinking about driving up there. Hey, Steve. But it's a 60% chance of rain with thunderstorms tomorrow. So if it's still 60% chance of rain and thunderstorms, it would probably be a no-go, and I probably won't go. But if it looks like there's a chance, we're thinking of driving up and going to actually go to the beach. Yeah, I know. Real American. Yeah, launch is like at 3 something. So, yeah, well, you can't. All the tickets at Kennedy Space Center, of course, are sold out. So if we go up, we'll go to the beach. But I would tend to think we're probably not going to go because of the weather. I was just showing everybody a minute ago. My wife got this today. Baby, 50%. It was 60 earlier. Baby Yoda. Isn't that cute? Baby Yoda. Yeah. Just came in the mail today. Kathy ordered him. Yeah. Let's put him here on the chair. I know, it's pretty cool. That's actual size. That's what size Baby Yoda really is. Oh, man. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Any big plans for the weekend, guys? Yeah, it was pretty hot today. Pretty hot. I've never seen a space launch at the beach, and they always look so cool when they're watching them at the beach on television. So if we go, I'll see what the weather's like in the morning. I'd very much like to go. I'm like fascinated with SpaceX. I might buy the book on your sister's house. Awesome. You're cleaning out the... You know, we got a new garbage company, Rise of the Resistance. When it opens up, it's freaking awesome. We got this new garbage company, and they have all these crazy rules with bulk on limiting how much you can take out and to ridiculous low levels, so it's hard for me to... My garage is a mess. It's a freaking mess, and I got to clean it out. I got to get my generator out and start it up because hurricane season starts Monday. So, I like cleaning out the garage, but it's a mess. Yep, hurricane season. That's right, that's right. Well, it looks like things are going to be cooling off in the news this weekend since they arrested that guy, which is good. Ugh. I don't think he should do anything. Oh, really? Wow. My wife ordered him online somewhere. Yeah. So I'm not exactly sure where she got him, but she got him online somewhere. If you are one of my Patreon supporters, you know, we do a live video chat every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern, and we've been doing it on House Party, housebro.com, but the group has gotten too big for House Party. So I set up a Zoom meeting for tomorrow. First time I've ever done it. I've been in Zoom meetings, but I've never started a meeting. And on the Patreon page, I have the link and the passwords and all that information you need to get in there. So go to Patreon. If you're a Patreon supporter, you'll see the link to the Zoom meeting tomorrow and everything else. I've seen takeoffs before. I've seen many launches of the shuttle and many rockets, but I've never driven to Cape Canaveral for a launch. I drove up once and it got scrubbed, and I was halfway there and I came back. But yeah, I've seen many launches from far away. Nighttime launches, yeah. But I still think it's not going to go tomorrow. I need to be. For me to drive 3 hours, I need to really know. Really know. Watch it from I-95. I'd like to go watch it from the beach up there, Cocoa Beach. I think that'd be amazing to go watch it at Cocoa Beach. Spend the day at the beach and watch the SpaceX launch. I think that would be amazing. Hey, Jay, what's going on? Jay Berlin. What's happening? What's happening, everyone? Nice breeze coming. I know I'd like to go get a beer in the garage, but my garage is such a mess. To walk from my refrigerator's in the back of my garage. So to walk from the front of the garage to the back of the garage is just, it's a maze right now. I got to clean out the garage. It's one of those things. I'm glad Trump didn't take questions today. You know? I'm glad he didn't take questions. He's got to stop feeding the press. Yeah, but I hope they're not needed. I'm really hoping by Monday it's all over. You know? They arrested the main cop. There'll be more. I should take Russia's place. I think I agree with you. And I'll do it for half of what they pay him. That's right, I'll do it for half. I think that would be awesome. A beer's worth the garage, mate. You know, earlier today, yeah, I know, I saw that. Earlier today, I was talking about this on YouTube. I was talking to, I was over at Friendly Tire with Steve. Steve got some new tires on his car. I was over there with Steve this morning after we got off the air. And I guess it was about 11-ish, 11:30. And right next door, there were these two guys getting some work done at another company on something. And they're two Haitian guys, and they were drinking Colt 45 beer. They were totally lit. It was 11 o'clock, 11:30 in the morning. Oh, my gosh. I didn't know that Colt 45 was 8.5% alcohol. My God. They were totally lit. I don't have the luxury to be getting drunk at 11 o'clock in the morning. There's too much day ahead. I'd fall asleep and be regretting it the next day. Oh. Well, thank you. Yeah, the shows have been very good this week. I think the shows have been a lot better since we moved to the new radio studio. You know, the studio we had before was very nice. It was very nice. But, I don't know, this one just feels better. And and I don't have to stand up. Because people are asking me all the time, why don't you sit down? Why don't you sit down? I like to stand up. Exactly, David. You know, I could sit down. I got a chair. But I like standing up. You know. It's over here. I went to IHOP for dinner with my daughter tonight. And There were more people working there than there were people eating inside. We went inside and actually sat down and ordered a meal, sat at a table. There were so few people. I felt bad. I doubled my tip for the waitress, because those IHOP, what do waitresses get paid in those places? Like $3 an hour or something? They don't get paid very much. I don't know what they get paid, and there's so few customers. Oh, California's still closed. I feel sorry for you guys. So I doubled the tip. I wish I could do more, but you can't, double's pretty good. Everybody should do that can until things get back to normal. Idaho's open. Yeah, Florida's open. Florida's open. I don't know. There's no good answer for it, to tell you the truth. But I'm glad they arrested the cop. I'm really glad he got arrested today. I hope that'll help. He should be arrested. He should have been arrested before. But thankfully they did today. The guy was a cop on Monday. Friday he's in jail. Yeah, they gave the date out today. What was the date, the opening date for New York? It came out today from Cuomo. The clock on US 1 in Danish, sure. I've never eaten at the clock. But I'm familiar with it. Absolutely. That's my air conditioner. You hear my air conditioner? Oh my gosh, Steve just called me a little while ago. His air conditioning broke. Steve's air conditioner won't turn on. Oh my God, could you imagine? As hot as it is, I said, good luck sleeping tonight. And Steve lives on a lake, and he's like, I can't open the windows. There's too many mosquitoes from the lake. I did not go to Cooper City High School, but I went out with a girl who went to Cooper City High School. In 88. Well, my wife graduated high school in 88. She went to South Plantation. I graduated in 89. Hey, Nick. Where you been, Nick? Hotel for Steve? Well, he's not going to leave. He's got his daughter lives with him with her kids and her husband and his dogs. 96, that's hotter than Florida. How you doing, Nick? Well, you did call me the other day, but I haven't seen you in the chat too much. Things are pretty much back to normal here. Tina, you're always here? Yeah, I watch a lot of people's streams and things, and you don't see me in the chat. I do that a lot. Because I'll watch on my TV. I don't always chat. I watch all kinds of people. I watch UK Neil. And I'll just say again, if you are a... oh, yeah, that's the worst, isn't it? What's not open in Florida right now is movie theaters are not open. Bowling alleys are not open. In Miami Beach, the beaches are opening up on Monday in Miami and Fort Lauderdale. But pretty much everything's open, and the theme parks have all announced dates. So, so they're Universal, Disney World, everything's opening up in the next few weeks. Disney World opens up July 11th. Well. Sick in the morning. You're not pregnant, are you? You don't have morning sickness, do you? I was talking earlier, if you're one of my Patreon supporters, on Patreon we do a private video chat with everybody in the group that wants to join as a Patreon every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern. And tomorrow, we've been doing it on House Party, but there's more. House Party only allows you like 7 people. We have too many people. So I set up a Zoom tomorrow. So if you're a Patreon supporter on patreon.com, on my Patreon page, I just posted the Zoom link and all the information you need to join the chat. This is the first time, it'll probably not go too well. It's the first time that I have started a Zoom meeting. I've been in Zoom meetings, but I've never started one. And I'm going to try to do it on my mobile because, I might be sitting here in my front yard, or I might be going somewhere. 13 weeks. That's good. That's good. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I just got a text from one of my friends. He's going to the opening day of Universal Studios. I'm not a big fan of Universal Studios, but Disney I am. I can't wait for them to. But you just can't go in. You got to make a reservation to get in. So they've done a little different thing. You can, Nick. Yes. Yes, you can. If you go to my Patreon page, and since you're a Patreon, and if you've forgotten what, it's patreon.com/Real Brian Craig Show. Patreon.com/Real Brian Craig Show. And since you're a Patreon, there you can join. It's there's a link and all the information. We're going to do it on Zoom tomorrow. It might be rough because the first one we're doing on Zoom. We've been doing them on House Party. But like I said, House Party only lets you have 7 people, and sometimes there's more than that, and people can't get in. But it's a pretty good group of people on my Patreon, and you don't have to show yourself if you don't want to. Most everybody puts the camera on so we can see each other, but you don't have to if you don't want to show yourself. And it's a good group of conservative Trump people. And if you're a Patreon, 9 a.m. Eastern, if you're, since you're a Patreon too, Nick, if you download House Party, the Patreon supporters, you can call me and Kathy pretty much anytime you want on House Party. And we talk to people all the time, if we can answer. I mean, if we're tied up, we can't answer, But it's open to all Patreon support. And if you're not a Patreon supporter, become one, all right? So, and then I got a podcast tomorrow, and probably podcast tomorrow and Sunday. I didn't podcast today because, I was very busy, and I just finished a little while, and I went out to dinner with my daughter. But I'm really tired of House Party. It's a free app, House Party. You can find me there, Brian Craig Show. Wow. Yeah. What was I saying here? Something about House Party, talk about Patreon. There was something else I was saying. I forgot. What was I saying, guys? Oh, about the podcast. I was going to podcast today, and then I didn't. And, sometimes I get so aggravated at what I'm seeing in the news day after day. I'm like, I'm just not going to do it today. But what I want to talk about on my next podcast, a lot of people don't know this, or a lot of people know it, but they don't think about it. They don't realize what's going on. Barr, the Attorney General, has 3 investigations going on right now against the coup conspirators, right? He's got an investigation into the FISA, okay? He's got an investigation into Flynn, and then Durham has the investigation into the Mueller team. So that is amazing. I mean, so the Attorney General has 3 investigations going on into this whole coup, which is really astounding. So I want to talk about that on my next podcast. Yeah, I think, because I don't think a lot of people are really aware of that. You'll hear about it in the news, it'll go by your ear, but you don't really think about it like that. So there's a lot of justice coming. A lot of justice coming, which I'm very excited about. Can't happen soon enough. I think, though, really, it's going to be after the election. Well, they thought, I believe they thought that Trump would resign or be forced out of office. Well, it seems like we're getting out of the COVID mindset, right? Doesn't it? Do any of you guys watch the Holderness family on YouTube? You guys know who the Holderness family are? They're if you don't know who they are, it won't make any sense to you. So if you guys don't know who they are, I won't talk about them. I'll take the silence as a no. Yeah. Well, I've noticed today, there was so much traffic on the road this morning when I got off a lot, like regular rush hour. When I get off the air, it's like rush hour. Hey, Freddie. It's like rush hour time, and it's been ghost town the last few months. But now, it's been pretty busy. And the Starbucks is opening up at 5 a.m. now. They weren't opening up till 6. So, it's absolutely amazing. Yeah, this is, I sit under this tree a lot. This tree is on, my house is right here. This is on the, this is kind of, that's my neighbor's house behind me. So it's kind of, it's in between. The tree's on my property, but it's on the edge. I sit out here a lot. Yeah, I sit here a lot. If, you know, if I have to do business calls during the day, I usually come out here and do my business. A little bird do there, because birds live up here. That's why you rarely see me out here without a hat on. You know, birds love this tree. And it's strange because this is our least Florida tree. You know, most of our other trees are palm trees. And this is like the one that's not a palm tree, but you don't get much shade off palm trees. You know, I got so pissed off today. Something happened today I couldn't believe. The governor was at Home Depot today. You know, and I was so busy I didn't even know. And yeah, I know, not far from my house. And I was so upset. I was telling Kathy I would have gone over there and live streamed on YouTube and met the governor, DeSantis. Got a press conference at the Home Depot. I was so ticked that I missed it. Heavy thunderstorms? Yeah. Yeah, we've been having some rough weather too. But today has been really, really nice. I should wear my Biden hat under the tree. Well, I'd have to have a Biden hat. Or how about a Ready for Hillary hat? They usually don't come around too much while I'm sitting here. It would be cheaper for you probably to fly to Florida and go to our dentist. He's so cheap. It's true. I see birds over here. They don't hang out in the tree while I'm here for some reason. Did everybody see my baby Yoda? Kathy ordered. This is Kathy's, not mine. Okay, I don't want people to think it's mine. Say baby Yoda. Baby Yoda. You know, thing about a garden, two things with a garden. First thing, everything I plant dies. That's the first thing. Okay? Everything I ever plant, Kathy will tell you, everything I ever... Yeah, I have a HD TV. I got it after the last hurricane. Everything I ever plant dies. Just dies. You know? I don't know what it is. I no matter what I plant in the yard, I've like given up. You know? I don't know why that is. Whatever a green thumb is, I have the opposite. I do everything. I follow the directions. I do everything. Oh yeah, it's actual size. Baby Yoda. I should take a picture with Baby Yoda when I'm done and put him in as a thumbnail. Yeah. Baby Yoda. See, he's got a whole body. He's actual size. It feels really squishy. It feels like you would think Baby Yoda would feel. No. But this is a comfortable, relaxing spot, no doubt about it. Yes, they're dilated. Baby Yoda. They call him the child, not Baby Yoda, but whatever. No, but I think the show has been 10 times better in the new studio. There's just something about the new studio, you know. Plus, I haven't been able to stand up. It's in the 80s right now. High 80s. It was a little over 90 earlier. When I went out to eat with my daughter. It was 4 o'clock. It was 90. It was pretty hot. Felt hotter. I don't know. Standing up helps. And another thing about it is, I still run the board and do everything. But if there's a technical problem, I don't have to worry about it. If there's a technical problem, I can get somebody to fix it. It's no big deal, That's nice. Because in the old place, which I liked our old studio, and it was nice, you know. But yeah, I have more room, and I can stand up. I like standing up. A lot of people keep asking me, why do you stand up? A lot of people say, do you have to stand up? No. No. I have a thumb of death. Everything dies. Everything. I gave up on gardening. It's a killer. I can kill things. I can kill the grass, you know. I can kill the plants and the trees, but... And I think also Steve and I have better chemistry in there, you know. It's nice. Much nicer. You know, and it's bigger too. That one studio is bigger than both of our other studios together. The old place was much smaller. The Trump poster, well, that studio is at the radio station. And we're the only ones that use it during the week. And then on Sunday, someone does a show on Sunday they use. Yeah, Steve looks happier? Yeah. There's somebody who uses the studio on Sunday. But there's people there all day. So I don't really... I think if I put up any of my Trump stuff, I don't know if it would last. Someone could take it. Well, what everyone has told me, the trick in Florida is to use Florida native plants. He does have like a backpack thing that he came in. So he came in something that's in the house. Yeah. No, don't have to climb through anything. Don't have to climb through anything. Well, there's somebody there. There's a board op. 980 went off the... Our studio is the 980 studio. 980 went... they took it off the air. They sold the land that the transmitter was on. They still own the signal, but they sold the land for many millions of dollars that the transmitter was on. And the studio we were in was for another radio station, 980. And our main radio station, 1470, has a studio in another part of the building. And there's a board op over there, but I like having our own place. I don't like having a board op. You know, I talk about that a lot. And, you know, I like running everything. It's easier for me if I'm running the commercials and running the board. I don't like somebody else doing it. And I like to be alone, except with you guys. You know, you guys can be with me. And when they told us we could have this studio, I was like, oh my goodness, can you believe? So they told us on a, I don't know, they told us like on a Thursday or a Friday. Yeah, they put new towers in 14, they put up new towers and a new transmitter. Our main station has a new transmitter and new towers. Yeah. But they said, no, you guys can have this studio. I'm like, what? So I went up there on a Saturday morning, and I was like, let me go see this studio. And I went up there, I was like, that's it. The other studio, I have the old studio equipment here at home. I could set it up. I could set that whole other studio up in my house. I'd have to hire the engineer to do it. We never pay for rent. We've never paid for rent for a studio. No, we don't rent the studio. The studio we are at now, we are at the radio station. And they have, let's see, 1, 2, 3. They have 4 studios at the radio station. And one of them is the one we use. And we could actually use any of the 4 studios that we wanted to. Any day. I could switch 4 days a week. We do. We do have a backup studio. There's 4 studios in our building that we could use. I like the one we're using the best. But, yeah. It's nice. But a couple times this week, Rich, the board op, he came in to talk to me during the break and scared the crap out of me. It is a nice view. It's a better view for me than you guys. The way I keep the camera is looking away from the ocean. The other way looks out towards the ocean, but I can't, the way the studio's set up, I can't keep it there. And another thing about it, everything's on my right. At the other studio, remember about 3 years ago, we built a new studio where we were at before. And I don't know why it turned out this way, but it was built for a left-handed person. So, luckily, this one's built for a righty, which is nice. But the old studio equipment, I have all the equipment here. The board, everything. I'd like to set it up, but to hire the engineer to do it, I don't think I could do it myself. I've got everything. The power pack for the board, everything. Everything. But I don't think I could. If you lived in Florida, Nick, you could come over here and help me set it up. But it would cost me a fortune to hire the engineer to install that equipment in my house. But I'll do it one day. Not sure how. I've got everything. Delay, everything. The whole studio. The engineer came and disconnected everything. Labeled everything, put all the cords away. And then I went over there with my daughter and took all the equipment out and brought it home. It would be pretty cool. I would like to do it. Yeah. Just for pizza. Carl and Chloe. Carl, was that you that sent my wife that picture of my elementary school? Yeah, Carl, he drove by my elementary school in Columbus, Ohio. I only went there for 4th grade, but I remember that school, and I showed my daughter the window that was my classroom. I could see my classroom window right there. It's a pretty good picture of my old school. I know, I called my mom. She's like, "You're kidding me." I was like, "Yeah, Broad Street in Hague." Yeah, that stoplight you were at, there's houses on that street. You know, and my Aunt Catherine lived on that street, and I used to, sometimes, I'd walk from the elementary school to my aunt's house, my grandmother's sister's house, right down the street. Yeah, Egg Street, yeah. Yeah. I actually lived, the last place I lived in Columbus was off of Hague Street, but keep going straight, almost to Arlington. Butterfly bee heaven. Yeah, I'm allergic to bees and wasps. I got to be very careful. Oh, you're asking? I was a kid, so I don't know all the different stuff, but well, my neck of the woods. I still have some relatives there. I've got cousins in Columbus. I got a sister in Columbus. I got a brother in Columbus. Just not me. My mom was up there not too long ago. I was going to go with her for the weekend, but I just couldn't get away. My mother flew to Columbus on the cheapest airline I'd ever heard in my life. Oh, yeah. I used to make snowmen in that playground. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've been through that a million times. The oceans are now rising in Florida. Believe me, they're not rising. I know they like to say that a lot on MSNBC, don't they? But they're not. My air conditioner's running. My neighbor's running pretty bad now. I would imagine so. Yeah, I've done some Google Earthing of it. It doesn't look the best. But I haven't lived there since 81, I would guess. So that's a long time. Long time. Thousands of lives. There's a difference between, a lot of times, one thing a lot of people are, there's lies, and then there's disagreements of opinion, right? And what liberals like to do a lot of times is they disagree with someone, and instead of saying that's a disagreement, they count that as a lie. You're a certified, oh wow, nature haven. Wow. I'm a killer of nature. I just can't, Can't get anything to grow. I'm surprised I haven't killed this tree. This tree was here when I moved in. But it is been. It's going to be a scorcher of a summer. I can tell already. All right, guys. I'm going to take off, but I'll see you later. All right, subscribe if you're not subscribed. All right, take care.